Hello everyone, I'm Jugerite and this is our Minecraft Bedrock Survival Let's Play Series World. And we are here yet again at our ocean monument. In the last few streams we've gotten the glass all around this thing, we've gotten the guardian spawn spots blocked off, and now we are ready to get to placing. I have gravel. I mean, you can use sand, gravel, any kind of the gravity blocks that are going to fall down into place to make draining this thing easier. Actually, let's go ahead and get our armor on before we get in too many problems here. So, basically, what I want to do is set up a contraption that's going to make this a little bit easier for us. And we want like a 3-block spot. So there's 2, here's 3. So we'll go with this, right? Yeah, we'll just like this. And basically what we can do is place a, wait a minute, am I facing the right way, right? Okay, so really, let's remove that one. Ooh. Okay, it's almost like, okay, we're gonna need that one, right? So we'll go ahead and put that back. I don't think. Oh. Alright, once I get this set up the first time, I'll know exactly what to do, right? Alright, we definitely want our piston right there. Yeah, so I'm going to say we want that there. And we'll put a couple redstone dusts right there. Let's grab our shulker full of gravel. We can go ahead and throw that cobblestone in there for the moment. Now I should be able to place this gravel, and yeah, that piston is just going to keep pushing it. And this gravel is going to fall down, and as long as it's not falling on any seagrass or kelp, it's going to start stacking up. And this is going to help push it all the way, however far we need. So with this being the road that we're on, let's go down here and make sure that we've got a clear path by getting rid of any of this stuff that's going to cause it to break. There we go. So, fun fact, this is just an easy way to get it to do it for you, because I believe I can just hold down the left, to place the block, I can just hold the button down and boom. You know, this machine's gonna go and go and go. It's gonna take everything 15 blocks out, piston max, but it's gonna fill it all the way, you know, to the height we need it to be. We're gonna have a couple extra blocks that we're gonna have to break back out of the way, and we will end up losing some gravel because it will turn into flint, unless, oh, never mind, we have silk touch on our shovel. So when we trim this top layer off, we will get gravel back every time, because we're actually sitting it on the block. You know, this is actually a block higher than, you know, we actually need it to be. Oh, interesting. Well, it will definitely get that. I'm not sure how, not sure how it skipped past it. Use our little quick select, and I can just hold down the button and let it do all the hard work for me, and we can just move our setup when we're ready. And we should be plenty far enough that it's not gonna, you know, push any of our glass or anything like that. And as long as we keep it like that, we should be gold. That's interesting how it keeps doing that. If I can stay up on my little pad here. Yeah, the best way to do it is to just aim for that torch. And that'll save you a lot of pressing. A lot of clicking. And I can explain to you how this works, right? Basically, this torch is powering this redstone. As soon as a block is placed on top, or as soon as a block is placed on top of this torch, it's powering this redstone, which is powering the piston. Otherwise, you know, as you can see, it's not getting power. But as soon as I start using it, you can see it light up. This is just a quick way to do this. I haven't done it like this before. I didn't know this little trick last time I did an ocean monument, or last time I drained one. So I learned it, I want to say, pretty much right after I did that monument. And I was like, oh my goodness, if I would have known the time it could have saved me. That would have been so nice. But you know, you learn these things as you go. So what we'll do now is we'll tear up our stuff here, and we'll just move it over to the other side. Let's make sure we're not missing any of our dust. Oh, I'm not being able to pick it up, huh? Let's get rid of that cod. Yeah. Alright, so coming from this direction, it's gonna, I'm gonna have to angle it a little bit. Basically, I'm gonna have to mimic it backwards from what I did over there, right? So, we want that, that, that. Take that block back, put it there. get my redstone torch here. Redstone dust, and my piston. And as long as you're lined up with the other one, you should be fine. And we are not. We actually need it back there. So, you know, it would have helped if I would have paid a little more attention to begin with. So this one would actually put us there. So let's give that another go. There, and there. Take that out. Get our redstone, or we can do our piston. Our redstone torch here. I mean, that was pretty fast. It relayed that gravel, right? I mean, no arguing that. And now we'll just repeat the process from over here. I mean, if you were placing it by hand, you could not place it this fast. So, I mean, this is really a huge time saver. This is going to help us get this project done way quicker than it would otherwise. And we'll reload it. We are lined up, right? Yeah. For some reason, to me, it just out the corner of my eye, it looked like we weren't lined up still. And I was like, I know I did not just build this back in the same place I just tore it down from. I mean, that does sound like something I would do, so I had to double check. I hope everyone's having a great week. You know, we're getting closer to the weekend here, and you know, we're making some progress on this ocean monument. You know, getting it drained and everything, and we're gonna tear out the monument as we go. So, you know, it's gonna be a process, but you know, I'm having a lot of fun hanging out with you guys and doing it, and hopefully I can show you some neat little tricks like this that you may not know that are going to help you along the way when you do these kind of projects. You know, that's the whole goal here, is I try to play in this world in a way that you know, everyone can see that it's completely doable by anybody. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. I don't try to do some kind of I don't do this fancy stuff that, you know, no one's realistically going to be able to do, or, you know, have a reason to do in their worlds or whatever. Alright, I believe we got everything. And just to give you an idea of the difference, you know, this is like the speed that you kind of have to do this. I mean, I could go a little quicker if I came this way and maybe aimed down a little bit. but I still have to wait for that block to fall out of the way. Whereas with the piston, it pretty much pushes that block out of the way, you know? So it's going to take us just as long to fill in this little section right here, I'm sure, um, as it did to fill in all that with the piston doing the work for us. In fact, yes, I do have all my stuff. I definitely wanted to make sure I didn't leave any of that behind. But yeah, if you go down in the water in place, like, you can get it to go a little bit quicker than up here at the top, because you have to wait for the water to update and all that kind of stuff. So save yourself a little bit of time and at least go one down below the water level. And you can get it a little bit quicker if you decide to use this method here, or if you have them little spots like this right here where you have to. It's about the best advice I can give you for this. Now, obviously, I could have moved, the thing up this way, and we could have probably had this done in the amount of time it's going to take me to do, like, it would have been worth setting it up, probably. But I wanted to just fill in this one little spot to show you guys the difference, And if you've ever done one of these, if you've ever drained an ocean monument, and you did it like this right here, you know the pain, and it doesn't have to be that dreadful. If you let the piston do the work for you, like I said, it saves you a lot of time, and it doesn't have to be quite the nightmare that you would normally have. Now we want to make sure that that section is completely blocked off, so we're coming, one past. Where we started, which we probably could have came back and prevented all that to begin with if I would have just, set up a little differently. And yeah, we only have a one wide gap here, but as you can see here, it becomes two, and here it becomes a 3 wide gap. Now over here, we're going to have the same thing, kind of. We have this 1 wide, but that's such a small area, this little bit here. We're just going to let this run as a 4 wide gap, and we're going to count this as 1, 2, and 3. So if we get ourselves set up right here, we can place our piston right there, do our torch right here, run our redstone just like this. Unfortunately, we do kind of need that block unless we go ahead and fill it with gravel right now. I guess that's an option. But this little bitty spot here, like, we're really not worried about it, right? The sponge can handle that. Let's get this. Okay, it's. Yeah, I probably should have checked all that first. You always want to make sure your seagrass and your kelp is out of the way. Otherwise, your blocks are going to break and run forward. So, we're actually going to have this filled in here. As you can see, it's starting to work there. And we're gonna come down here. I mean, you can make these wider if you would like, but I think a 3 wide section, even though it requires placing more gravel, you're gonna get a lot more out of your sponges. So, you know, the little 4 wide spots are okay, but I wouldn't want to do 4 wide. I've done 4 wide and it seems really like it's a little much. So I'm gonna go with 3 wide this time, and for I think the sponges are gonna do much better for me because of that. And using the piston to push all this gravel in place for me is gonna save me so much time. Knowing that I can come back once it's drained and break these walls down with the old torch trick. Yeah, I'm gonna get a lot of flint instead of gravel back. But I mean, we had 4 double chests full of gravel in our stronghold base. So, I brought 6 shulker boxes of gravel with me, and we still have like a chest and a half. Because we did have like a shulker box full of gravel already as well. So, we got plenty of gravel to work with. We can always go back and grab sand if we need to. If we don't have enough of everything. Like, it really depends on how we decide to do it. We could decide to put all these in place before we start draining, or we could come back and add them in at a later time. One thing that I did nearly forget, and I just thought of, you're gonna want to come through and make sure you have lights on top of these blocks. Otherwise, you are going to have mobs spawning up here. Now, they can't spawn on the glass, and we put slabs on top of our blocks there so that mobs won't spawn on top of that. But if you don't like this stuff up, you will get mobs out here all over the place. And the sad fact is, if you have the luck I do, it's going to be a creeper spawning in that you're not going to see, and he's going to blow up your walls, and your water is just going to, go back to water sources as it starts to fill in all over again. And that's a nightmare, and you're redoing that work. So make sure you don't forget to light up the top of your walls here as you're putting them in. Yeah, that's going so fast the game isn't even registering all of the lighting updates for the redstone with it being dark. Or actually, I guess it's daylight now. But yeah. So that's 15 rows here. And we did that quicker than we would have, that we did that little section there by hand. I'm positive of it. And there's our redstone. Let's get us a few torches down because of the reason I was just talking about. And let's try not to lose too much gravel that, in the process. So let's say um, hmm, like that. Dig that out. Ooh, okay. Oh, wrong spot. Let's put it right there. Grab that back. Get our torch in. Get our 2 redstone. And our piston. I mean, it's fairly easy to set up. And as you can see, I came back inside the gravel. So this row is here. I don't have to come back and add it. I'm not going to worry about adding this little bit here. Because again, once we go out the 3, that one little spot will just be 4 wide. That's not going to... It's not going to be that big of a deal. Oh, we're out of gravel. Alright. We're making some progress. 6 shulker boxes may not be enough to get us halfway. I was hoping it would be enough to get us halfway across. And I was thinking we could do like half at a time or something. But I mean, we have like 3 shulker boxes worth back at the base we can always go get. Plus like, I want to say 2 shulker boxes of sand we can get. Or we may... It's hard to say. We may be able to get halfway. I'm not 100% sure. It's been so long since I've done this. And when I did, I didn't use the outside wall radius that I've used here. I just came 2 blocks off the corner. And I kind of squared it. Like I had a square deal. And this is kind of like in... more like an oval. I mean, I guess it could be. It's kind of circular. Like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to have enough to get halfway or not, but I would like to get at least halfway. And I would like to get there at least halfway in this stream. Or at least use up the 6 shulker boxes of gravel that we have. Wherever that takes us. How do you guys feel about the, what is it, the ancient runes that are coming in 120 as part of the archaeological aspect? Um, I think it's a pretty cool idea. I mean, it's it's new structures, right? Oh yeah, we should be able to do this one more time. without having to worry about hitting our wall. I would say at least one more time, right? Whoop. Is that a trident boy? It is a trident boy. We have to try it. We have to go for that. Like, if I can hit him. No trident. But, you know, we tried. If we hadn't tried, it definitely would have been no trident. And we need to eat. Yeah, that's one thing to know too, is placing blocks that fast. You're not realizing how many you're actually placing. So you have to be kind of cautious of your hunger before you have drown roll up on you or something, because I mean, they're in there. If they see you, they're going to come up here after you, right? Just like they would if you were on a beach or whatever. If they were coming out the river, whatever the case may be. Like, if they see you, they're coming after you. So this is pretty simple to set up, as you see, and I mean, it's the time that it saves is ridiculous. Like, I wish the first time I did an ocean monument I had known this trick, because I swore when I did it I would never do another one because of the time that I spent doing it. And then when I learned about this trick, I was like, okay, that's not so bad. But I was so over having done the one, I just did not plan on doing one for a while. And in this world, we want everything. Anything that we can do in Minecraft, we want to do it in this series. So there's a lot of, we started this series on 117. So there was a lot of stuff in the game before 117. And that got added for 117. And now, we're at the tail end of the trail of 119. So, that's... Okay, I'm not at the glass. There's just been more and more things added, and there's so much to do. And as long as the world size will allow us to keep doing things, that's the goal, And once we've done everything, if that's even possible, we can go back and improve things, which we're gonna have to do anyways. Like our shulker farm, I have a new design now that is 100 times better than the one I had to begin with. It's very similar, but at the same time, it's different in all the important ways. We don't need double torches. We don't want to run out. So, we're going to do an improved shulker farm. That's for sure. And we've gone back and improved other farms, to a degree before. So it's not new territory for this series. Oh, I feel like I should be able to go one more and not go too far. I'm gonna do it, and I'll just try and pay attention to make sure we're not shifting our glass. Or actually, I believe it would just push over the glass. So if I see it stack on the glass, I'll know. I'll know we've exhausted our limit. Oh no. I mean, we could run a longer line for that, but I only brought the 2 redstone. So, man, that's crazy. It's going so fast. It's not even the game's not even registering the movement of the piston head now. Like, we have a broken piston, but it works. Ooh, we are out of gravel again. Alright, empty shulker box. And we'll put this in pretty much the middle here. So we don't have to go super far for it. Man, look at that gravel go. That's what we like to see right there. And just a reminder, for the actual building process, I'm I'm considering doing that on live streams on YouTube. Let me know if you feel that I should be doing it here instead. We have not streamed on YouTube at all yet, and you know that's something I would like to get into, and I think that would be a good stream to start it with. Not to say that we won't stream here anymore, but that was part of my goals for this year, was to start getting some, at least attempting to stream there as well and seeing how that goes. There we go. And if we watch and pay close attention, we'll know when this gets far enough. So we need our, no, not our redstone, we need our cobblestone, right? And our redstone torch. Our redstone. And last but not least, our piston. And we definitely want to be facing this way so we can see when it reaches to that glass. Yeah, I feel like without using this method, we wouldn't have half this done yet. To the point where we are. I mean, look how fast we fly through these stacks compared to placing them the other way. As long as we can see it dribbling off the end over there, we know it's not piling on past the glass and just getting lost out in the open sea. And I think we got one more block's worth we can go after where it's at now, what it looks like, or is it filling up? Oh, yeah. We got 2 more blocks worth. Well, plus the middle area there that it was working on filling in. It's because I'm trying to look that way and I'm catching the piston head. And I think we can just kind of let that little bit there slide. Let's get us a torch down. Grab our torch and our redstone. Get our piston. And grab our cobblestone. Alright, so this would be 1, 2, and 3. So let's set up right here. Oop. We're gonna need that there. Redstone. We did not pick up our torch. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and wall. Yeah, that's right. And we need our piston. Get our gravel. Now you are gonna have those spots where likely we're gonna hit these here, and we'll just have to jump to the other side because we don't want to push those out. Like, we'll treat those the same as we are the glass, because those are the guardian spawn spots, and we definitely want those blocked off while we're doing this. Those guys can pack a bite or a punch or a zap, whatever you want it to be. I feel like I should have used the where the glass is as our outer block, so we don't have to like fill in these two spots here we're about to have to fill in. That was an oversight on my part. It happens, I guess. But on the bright side, with all the time that we're saving, them couple rows of blocks are nothing compared to doing this all the hard way. And if we do this number, can we do this number? No, we cannot. That's fine. Whoop. We can definitely do this number. Go ahead and pick all this up. Let's see if I get the bottom spot of the block. That'll help it go much quicker. There's no water flow to update, so it's slightly quicker. Oh, that was not ideal. I like how we ended up right beside these. Like that's really cool. No, I don't want that there. I want that there, that there, and there. Or yeah, and this one here. Oops. Let's grab our torch. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. Oops. Trying to figure out how to block bot. Block Yeah, if you come in here spamming or trying to advertise bots and stuff, um, like you're gonna get blocked. None of my moderators are on right now, so I'm trying to do this myself. And I apologize. I'll definitely look into that. Uh, yeah, that's not the kind of stuff we need. That's not the vibes we have going here. Yeah. those kind of chats we can do without them. We can do without the scams and the soliciting and all that kind of stuff, promoting other things. Now you could actually one up this if you wanted to. Um, Technically, you could have a dispenser right here and fill it with gravel, and every time you place a gravel block, have it spit another one to you. I mean, that could be a thing. And that would be a good way to keep your hot bar full. Or your hand that you're using to place it. And you could do it a little more effortlessly, which would probably be very handy for these kind of moments. But I don't know if we're going to get halfway like I would like to. We're definitely not going to use up all 6 shulker boxes in this one stream. But I was wanting to get halfway. And with this speed, I didn't know what we would be able to do and what we wouldn't. But it looks like we're going to get a couple shulker boxes in, which is great. Oh, we finished off that one. So there's our second one. So 2 shulker boxes full of gravel being set up out here. I think that'll be a good deal. I mean, obviously we still have a little bit to go to get that, but I mean we're getting really close. Didn't want to lose our redstone. I feel like if I'd have brought a stack of redstone dust and a stack of redstone torches, we wouldn't have to worry quite so much about chasing them all down, right? Like, if we didn't quite get them, we just wouldn't get them. And that would be fine. But that's not how I did it. And I didn't think of the dispenser thing until a moment ago. So, there's that. And let's get our redstone dust here. Voila. Go ahead and set our piston in as well. And the grind is on. You know, the Wandering Trader, I know a lot of people, you know, have a problem with him, but he is like the most dedicated salesman of all time. I mean, this man's out here in the middle of the ocean with no boat, no elytra, just a couple of llamas. I mean, I've been deep in the caves, and he's been there trying to sell his wares. Like, someone's got to give this man an award. Seriously. Most dedicated salesman of all time. And actually, if I had my emeralds on me, I would check and see if he had coral blocks or things like that that are not, you know, necessarily a farmable or renewable item. Those are the kind of things I normally buy off of him without a second guess. I mean, emeralds are so easy to get. I mean, once you have a couple villagers, emeralds are so easy to get. Also, an easy way to get tropical fish. You don't have to go through the trouble of crafting all the buckets or going out in the finding fish swimming around the ocean. And let's not forget that even though with some slime balls and some string you can craft some leads, like he brings you 2 free leads with every purchase. Or non-purchase. Yeah, we're definitely getting there, aren't we? Across this section here. And, I mean, all the way up to the center, it gets wider. And then the sections will start getting shorter again. So, you know, that's the thing. I'm a sucker for going and grabbing all the blocks I drop. And I know it. I mean, I really feel like I want to get to that glass, even if we run out of this shulker box first. I want to say that would be like a quarter of this filled out, right? Pretty close to it. Excuse me. Grab some of my coffee here. I drink Maxwell House. I enjoy Maxwell House coffee. For those of you who wonder, yeah, I don't really do the cold coffee or all the flavoring things. I like good old fashioned. Or, well, it's not called old fashioned. Just the original Maxwell House. I mean, I will do the dark roast. But I normally end up just getting the medium roast. But dark roast coffee is good. I mean, I'll drink cappuccinos and things like that, but just regular old Maxwell House coffee is my thing. My everyday, all day thing. And for some reason, my dog is behind me and he just decided to shake off. Like he had something on him or something. I don't know. That's what that weird noise was. I'm sure you heard it. Oops. You got to kind of position your cursor where the piston head doesn't get in the way. And that little bark would be from one of the new pups. We recently got a male and female Pomsky. They're like 3.5 weeks old. They're like little balls of fur just bouncing around. Okay, so technically I could just do this. No, I'm gonna have to back this one up one. We'll do that. That. Break that. Go ahead and throw that one there. Oop. Let's get our torch. Our redstone dust. Like, this is so easy to set up. I hope you guys don't let the draining process with all the tedious placing like this right here that you're used to stop you. Now that I've shown you, that you can do this. And come to think of it, I don't think we ever checked this layer. We never ran into a problem right there. I don't think we didn't, or we wouldn't have found that. We never checked this row to make sure that there was no seagrass or kelp to get stuck on. But I mean, I guess it worked out, right? So, also, let me know, how do you guys feel about these shorter streams that we've been doing? It allows me to get more time in on these projects. And, I mean, realistically, if I wasn't I would be doing the same thing, whether I was streaming it for you guys or not. This is what I would be doing off camera. So, do you guys enjoy getting this extra, little bit of content here in the spurts that, I'm able to do it? And, I mean, it's just, with my IRL job and everything, and then, home life and everything, I have, like, this little window that, I can do this stuff in. And I enjoyed the live streams, especially when you guys are, actively participating and whatnot. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do the building process over on when we get ready to build the base in here. Um, that's one of the reasons I wanted to do that on YouTube. I feel like more people, it would be some of the people that can't make it here, would be able to make it there and give them a chance to help participate as well in some of the decisions going on with the design process, right? Um, I shouldn't say decisions, but initial feedback would be a really good word for it. Because I mean, if you're watching it live, you can put in the feedback right away, right? Like you're not having to comment on the video and the project's done already. Because I mean, I've said it many times. If you've watched my series, um, this is our world. You have your time invested in watching it, the same as I do playing in it, and you know, the participation in the comments is great, and it does help shape a lot of the world. But I feel like with the live, okay, let me back up right here. Let's throw those sponges in there. Make a little bit of room. We're not going to need all that gravel right now. We want to be able to get our stuff back and not lose it, because our inventory is full. The cobblestone's no big deal, but the redstone stuff, yeah, we got what we got with this. Yeah, I just really like the idea of you guys being able to participate in in all the decisions and stuff live. Um, it just seems like it gives you a little bit more. To me, it feels like it gives you a little bit more of an ample opportunity to help shape the world, and I just enjoy the direct conversations with the community that we're creating here. After we get this little bit of wall done here, we'll take a peek and see exactly how far we've come. Or we can peek now. I would say almost a quarter of the way coming in from the outside, but not a quarter of the blocks because of how much wider the center is. So the fact that we've got 2 shulkers and then some in now. Some of the spots in the back are higher though. It's so hard to say. And we do have gravel and sand back at our starter base too. We can just go. I can quickly go grab that. If it'll save us a trip to the mining desert. But we'll go back out there if we need to. Or do half the monument now, and then, the other half after. Kind of, I'll let you guys give me your thoughts on that. What do you guys think? How do we do it? I was so worried we were going to push glass. Oh, we haven't placed torches on here for a while. Yeah, we want to make sure it's nice and lit up. Again, no creepers surprising us. Yeah, I mean, I think, let's go ahead and, there we go. Let's go ahead and put all this in here. Oh, that actually fit. And we can strip down a little bit here. Yes, I stripped down for you guys. Don't tell anyone. But this is what the project's looking like right now. And as you can see, we are almost a quarter of the way. I would say the next run would put us at a quarter of the blocks that we need, right? Lengthwise, as far as if the bottom ground was level, right? So anyways, I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this stream. I hope you're enjoying the process of us draining our ocean monument here. And I'm really excited to share the design with you guys that I have for this. Remember, it's not going to be the most efficient guardian farm, but it's going to double as a base. And it's, going to run while we're here. Like, we're not going to have to do anything. So the slower rates over time are going to give us a lot of stuff. So, let me know what you guys think, and I will see each and every one of you in the next video.